Welcome to DVCom Technology. In this lab, I am going to show it to you how to configure Vigor1000. Let's go and have a look on my topology. In my topology, we have DrayTek 2925N as a router and we have one layer 2 switch. Inside my layer 2 switch, we configure two VLANs. One is VLAN number 10 and other one is VLAN number 20. For VLAN number 10, we configured 192.168.10.0 as the subnet. For VLAN number 20, we configured 192.168.20.0 is the subnet. Port number 1 in switch, we shifted into VLAN number 10. Port number 2 in switch, we shifted into VLAN number 20. Port number 3, we connected Vigor AP 1000. And we made it as a tagged port. Because in this lab, I am going to show it to you how to configure two SSIDs and map to VLAN number 10 and VLAN number 20. So one SSID, I am going to use it for my staff and I am going to map to VLAN number 10. Then second SSID, I am going to configure for my managers and I am going to map to VLAN number 20. So the moment when the users, when they connected to staff SSID, they are going to get the IP address from 192.168.10.0 subnet. When the managers are connected to the manager's SSID, they are going to get the IP address from 192.168.20.0 subnet. Between my router and my switch, I connected with port number 23 and I tagged with the port so that all the VLANs they can able to access through this tagged port. Let's go and have a look what are the changes I did it in my DrayTek router. In my DrayTek router, if you go to the VLANs, right now at the moment, if you see here, we have tagged two VLANs, VLAN number 10 and VLAN number 20 to the port number 1. If you see here, there is a port number 1. We have tagged VLAN number 10 and VLAN number 20. If you go to general setup, for VLAN number 10, we configured 192.168.10.1 is the IP address and we have enabled the DHCP. And for VLAN number 20, we have configured 192.168.20.1 and we have enabled the DHCP. And if you see my dashboard, we have connected the WAN 1 interface and we have assigned the IP address as well. So right now the internet and is working. And right now, as per my topology, we have connected port number 3, my Vigor AP access point, and it got the IP address. Let's go and check what IP address he got it. Go to the diagnostics and select the DHCP table. If you see here, my PC right now which is connected with this switch and I got the IP address as 192.168.1.11. and my access point it got the IP address as 192.168.1.10. So open the browser and type the IP address 192.168.1.10. The default username is admin and default password is admin. Then click login. Once you log in, by default the operation mode is selected as an access point. In case if you want to change, you can select as a mesh route or mesh node or range extender. So I am going to use it as a access point. Then after that you can click next. Then after that by default there is a SSID is configured. If you want you can change according to your requirement. So right now I am going to change as per my requirement. I am going to configure staff SSID. Then I am going to specify the password. If you want to enable second Wi-Fi, just enable that. Manage your SSID and specify the password. Then after that, click next setup. Then by default, as I told you, there is a admin and admin is the password, username and password. So I'm going to change that password. Then after that, click next. Then click finish. Wait for a few seconds. Once it's configured successfully, you can able to see your dashboard. Now, as per our lab topology, we need to define the VLAN ID. So for that, go to the wireless LAN 2.4 and click on general setup. Then if you see here, there is a staff SSID. For staff SSID, I am going to tag VLAN number 10. For manager's SSID, I am going to tag VLAN number 20. Then click OK. Then go to security. In case if you want to change the password, you can able to change the password from here. If you see here, you are in staff SSID, and if you want, you can change the password. And there is one more SSID, which is manager SSID. If you want, you can change the password for your manager SSID. Now let's go to 5 GHz. Then once you reach the 5 GHz, click on general setup. There you can see there is a staff SSID and manager SSID. For staff SSID, I am going to configure VLAN number 10. For manager SSID, I am going to configure VLAN number 20. Then click OK. Now if you want to change the password, click on the security, then change the password according to your requirement. Now if you see here, there is one more radio which is 5 GHz. Just go there and select the general setup. In case if you want to change, you can able to do it. So right now I want to keep staff SSID into VLAN number 10, manager SSID into VLAN number 20. Then after that, you can click OK. Then if you see here, all of the wireless device will be disconnected about 60 to 600 seconds. If DFS channel 50 to 140 is selected. After that, please reconnect them again. Do you want to continue? Then click OK. Now, if you want to change the password, click on the security, then you can change the password according to your requirement. So this is how you are able to configure it. In case if you want to change the IP address for your LAN interface, you just go to the LAN and click on the general setup. Then you can change your IP address. For example, if by default it's selected as a DHCP client, if you want to give manual IP address, so you just uncheck enable DHCP client and specify what is the IP address you want it. So right now I don't want to do any changes. If you want to change the admin password, go down, then click on the system maintenance. Then after that, if you see here, there is an administrator password. From here, you can able to change the admin password. To change the date and time, go here and do the changes according to your time zone. Right now, I am in belongs to Dubai, so I am going to select. It belongs to us like United Arab Emirates and Oman. Then after that, you can click OK to get the proper date and time. Then you can able to see it. NTP time is synchronized. To reboot your system, you can go to the reboot system, then you can able to reboot it. In case if you want to take the backup of your configurations, go to the configuration backup. Then after that, if you see here, there is a backup window. Then here you can specify the password. Then after that, click backup. Then after that, click save file, then OK. This is how you are able to configure your DrayTek Vigor AP1000C. In case if you want to do a central AP management, you can able to do it. For example, sometimes we may have a requirement that we need to change our operation mode. If you want to change your operation mode, you can able to change from here. As I told you, by default we have selected as a AP mode, and there is a mesh mode. In the mesh mode, you can able to select it as a root, or you can able to select as a node. Or else if you want to use it as an extender, you can able to do the changes from here. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to test. To test that, let's see here. Right now my Wi-Fi is on. Then you can see here there is two SSIDs, you are able to see it. Manager SSID and staff SSID. So for example, if I want to connect with the staff SSID, I am going to get the IP address from VLAN number 10. Click on this, then click connect. So the password is, then click next, then say yes. Now I have successfully connected. Now to verify the IP address, open the command prompt, then type ipconfig. Then if you see here, I got the IP address from 192.168.10 network. So if you want to check the ping for your internet, you can able to do that. If you want to check any website, you can able to do that. Now I want to check my manager SSID. Click on this. Then after that you can select the manager SSID. Then after that click connect. It prompts you for the password, then specify the password. Now it's successfully connected. Now I'm going to verify the IP address. Now we got the IP address from 192.168.20 network, because for VLAN number 20 we have given this subnet, for VLAN number 10 we have given 192.168.10. This is how it's going to work. So let's going to verify whether we are able to access the internet or not. Let's check the website is going to open or not. This is what we have done in this lab. Thank you for watching. For sales, please send us an email, sales@datavoice.com.